The world is not as it seems. Beneath the surface of our daily lives, hidden forces are at play, shaping our reality in ways we can scarcely imagine. Behind the curtain of everyday life, a powerful and secretive group operates in the shadows. These individuals, often unseen and unheard, pull the strings of global events, influencing politics, economics, and even culture. They are the global elite, and their goal is nothing less than total control. Through clandestine meetings and covert operations, they maneuver like master chess players, each move calculated to bring them closer to their ultimate objective. They call it the New World Order. This term, often dismissed as conspiracy theory, is a very real and dangerous agenda. It represents a vision of a world where power is centralized in the hands of a few, and the masses are kept in check through surveillance and manipulation. This essay will expose their sinister agenda and the dangers they pose to freedom and liberty. We will delve into the mechanisms they use to maintain their grip on power, from media control to economic manipulation, and the ways they stifle dissent and opposition. This is not a game. The stakes are incredibly high, and the consequences of inaction could be dire. We must understand the depth of their influence and the lengths they will go to achieve their goals. This is about the future of humanity. The world we leave for our children and grandchildren depends on our ability to recognize and resist these shadowy forces. We must strive for a future where freedom and justice prevail, not one dominated by fear and control. The NWO seeks to dismantle the existing world order brick by brick. They aim to erode the foundations of democracy and replace them with structures of oppression. Every institution, every law, every norm is a target for their insidious agenda. They aim to replace it with a totalitarian one-world government. This new regime would be characterized by absolute power, where dissent is not tolerated and individual freedoms are a thing of the past. The vision they have for the world is one of uniformity and control, devoid of the diversity and freedom that make life worth living. Under their rule, individual rights will be crushed and dissent will be silenced. The voices of the people will be drowned out by the machinery of the state, and any form of resistance will be met with swift and brutal retribution. It is a future that we must fight to prevent for the sake of our liberty and the generations to come. The roots of the NWO conspiracy theory run deep, intertwining with the fabric of history itself. These theories are not just modern inventions, but have origins that stretch back centuries. They can be traced back to the anti-Masonic and anti-Illuminati sentiments of the 18th century. During this time, secret societies were often viewed with suspicion and fear, as people believed they harbored hidden agendas. Secret societies shrouded in mystery have always sparked fear and suspicion. The idea of a group of individuals meeting in secret, away from the prying eyes of the public, naturally led to wild speculations and conspiracy theories. The Illuminati, a real organization founded in Bavaria in 1776, aimed to challenge the authority of the church and state. Their goals were revolutionary for the time, advocating for Enlightenment ideals and the separation of church and state. While short-lived, the Illuminati became a symbol of hidden agendas and shadowy elites. Their disbandment in the late 1780s did little to quell the rumors and fears surrounding their existence. Instead, their legacy lived on, morphing into a symbol of the unseen forces believed to control world events. Their name echoes through history, fueling conspiracy theories to this day. From the French Revolution to modern-day politics, the spectre of the Illuminati is often invoked to explain the inexplicable, to find order in chaos, and to assign blame for societal upheavals. The whispers from the past continue to resonate, reminding us of the enduring power of secret societies in the collective imagination. Who are these puppet masters, these architects of the New World Order? They hide in plain sight. Some are household names, while others operate in the shadows. Among them are powerful individuals and organizations. The Rothschilds, a wealthy banking dynasty, are often accused of manipulating global finance. Bill Gates and George Soros, influential philanthropists, are viewed with suspicion. Their every move is scrutinized for signs of a hidden agenda. The global elite use cunning and insidious methods to tighten their grip on power. They manipulate global events, control the flow of information and exploit technology to their advantage. Through media manipulation, they shape public opinion and control the narrative. They use fear and division to keep the population distracted and compliant. They engineer economic crises to weaken nations and consolidate their own wealth. The NWO theory is not just a harmless conspiracy theory. It has become intertwined with dangerous ideologies, fueling extremism and hatred. Right-wing extremist groups have embraced the NWO narrative, using it to justify violence and hatred. They see the NWO as a threat to their way of life, a justification for their extremist beliefs. The theory often incorporates anti-Semitic tropes, blaming Jewish people for global problems. The New World Order has also infiltrated religious circles. Some Christian nationalist groups believe that the New World Order is a sign of the end times, a fulfillment of biblical prophecy. They link the New World Order to initiatives like the Great Reset, viewing them as attempts to establish a godless, totalitarian world government. This dangerous interpretation of Scripture fuels fear and division among believers. In the age of information overload, it can be difficult to separate fact from fiction. The New World Order thrives on misinformation and fear-mongering, but there is hope. We can fight back with knowledge and critical thinking. We must be vigilant in verifying information from all sources, especially online. Question everything. Look for credible evidence. Don't blindly accept what you read or hear, even if it confirms your existing beliefs. Education is our most potent weapon against the New World Order's web of deception. By understanding the historical context of the theory, we can better identify its modern manifestations. We must become critical consumers of information, learn how to identify logical fallacies, recognize propaganda techniques, and spot misinformation. Empower yourself with knowledge, and you will be less susceptible to fear and manipulation. The fight against the New World Order is a fight for truth itself. In a world where misinformation spreads like wildfire, the battle for truth becomes ever more critical. Every day, we are bombarded with false narratives and deceptive information designed to manipulate our perceptions and beliefs. We must be vigilant in protecting our minds from the constant barrage of misinformation. This means questioning the sources of our information and seeking out credible, reliable news outlets. It also means being aware of the biases that can influence how information is presented to us. Engage in open and honest dialogue with others, even those who hold different views. By having respectful conversations, we can bridge divides and foster understanding. It's through these discussions that we can challenge our own assumptions and grow in our knowledge. Challenge conspiracy theories with facts and evidence. It's important to approach these theories with a critical mind and a commitment to uncovering the truth. By doing so, we can dismantle the falsehoods that threaten to undermine our society. Together, we can build a more informed and resilient society, one that is resistant to the seductive whispers of the New World Order. By working collectively, we can create a community that values truth and integrity. This is not just a fight for today, but for the future, ensuring that the generations to come inherit a world where truth prevails over lies.